So today I wanted to film a video about some of my favorite items in Animal Crossing, which I wanted to begin with my least favorite section of things, which includes wallpapers, flooring, and rugs. I don't tend to use many different varieties within this category, so I don't actually have many in my catalog. So it was easiest for me to go through and figure out which ones of these were my best, and by best I mean the ones I use the most. The ones that are easiest to incorporate in actual interior design, and the ones that are most practical for just daily life on the island. So to film this video, I first began with a empty room of mine, which I dismembered, sorry, and it's kind of in the shape of a room you would find if you just expanded your home. So I have the pine board flooring going on. I could not find a simple white cloth wall like you would usually see at first. It was eluding me. So we have this crepe design thing going on that's very distracting. I'm sorry. You'll see it more in the flooring section, but we can begin with the wallpaper. Most of this wallpaper is typical wallpaper you can buy from Nook's Cranny. I didn't try to include many DIYs or seasonal wallpapers, but there are a few, and there are a few special items that were limited edition that you could order from the catalog. But, as I said, most of them aren't. I don't have many on this list at all, but just be aware that some of these you can't actually order on a daily basis. And we can begin with the autumn wall, which is one of these seasonal DIYs. This was from the Maple Leaf collection back in fall. And I didn't actually get many of these DIYs, but I'm so glad that I got this wall because I think it's stunning. It has these beautiful illustrated fall trees, and there's some green bushes, and the red leaves are falling down and they're in motion. I think that it's so fun, but its warm tones make it perfect for a cozy room in your house. I used mine in the kitchen in the fall, and I plan on bringing it back when fall comes back around. But for now, it's just living in storage because it is seasonal. For the next one, I included another DIY wallpaper, which is the falling snow wall. That one I believe you might be able to still get right now in January, but it is a winter DIY that you use snowflakes to create. And this one is just a beautiful grayish brick wall with these lovely windows and these windowsills covered in snow, and you can watch the snow as it really falls down. And for me, this makes the room feel so cozy, the same feeling as if you're watching snowfall at your own house. And if you live somewhere where you don't get to see snowfall very much, then this is perfect for you. And if it's summer and you hate summer, this is another great thing to have. I love snow, it's one of my favorite things, so obviously this is one of my favorite wallpapers. Next, we get into the non-moving variety of wallpapers, and that will include the modern Tea Broom wall, which is this gorgeous garnet or maroon or burgundy, whatever you want to call it, wallpaper, and it's got this subtle hint of glitter on the entirety of the wallpaper. It has these beautiful wooden beams and this wooden window, and I think it's so stunning. It's elegant and it brings a lot of class to whatever room you're trying to make. It's a little dark, so you might have to bring in some lighter accents to the room, or if not, if that doesn't float your boat. But I think it's really stunning. I love the tea room walls. You'll see a few on this list and a few that I didn't mention, but don't worry, I still love. Though I was kind of going in alphabetical order, one wall that I kind of forgot to include because it's not in my catalog is the Aurora wall, which was another one of these limited edition walls, and I think this one was available from the catalog back around December if you're in the northern hemisphere. And this one obviously depicts the northern lights, and it's stunning. I love the northern lights, and it's on my bucket list to go see. So I have this proudly displayed in my room, and I think it's beautiful. It's not that practical, but if you're kind of a space nerd like me, it makes sense to have it around. I don't know how much use you could get in it get for it otherwise, but it's beautiful enough to be on the list. Next, we can go back to the tea room walls. I have the standard tea room wall, which is a kind of warm dark green color, basically the same as the modern tea room wall, just a different color. But I think this one is worth being on the list because it has these woodsy vibes, this forest vibe that you can bring into your house. And it's a little more practical than the modern tea room wall because it's not as dark and you can definitely lighten it up and make it more pleasing to the eye, easier to navigate, and make your room feel a little bit larger. It's currently in my basement and I really love how warm it makes the room feel. Next we have a DIY, the Starry Wall, which you can make with stars. I'm pretty sure you get this from Celeste. And it's a kind of funky pinkish purple color, which I wouldn't really have in my house otherwise, but I do love stars and I love space. So I love this wall. I think it's really cute, and if you're going for like a cute pastel-y room, this would be perfect for you. I haven't really been able to incorporate it successfully, but I just think it's really nice, so that's why it's on the list. Next, we have a very practical one for me, which I've used a lot, and that's the white subway tile wall. This is really like a nice kitchen wall that you would find in real life, and it's very popular right now. I had it in my kitchen for a long time, and it makes things really elegant but still livable. For one thing, it just makes everything very sleek and clean. I wish I had a kitchen that looked like this in real life, but I don't, so I can live through Animal Crossing. Right now it's in storage, but I tend to bring it out a lot. Next we have a more crafty looking wall. It's the kind of wallpaper I'd want in real life too, but this is the green intricate walls. I like all the intricate wallpapers. I think they're really stunning. I love how artistic they are. But the green is the one I reach for the most because it is an kind of unusual shade of green that I like a lot. I have it in sort of my bright craft room, and I think it works really well in there. The other colors of the intricate wallpaper are a little darker, so I tend to go for this one. Next, we have some flooring. That was the end of our wallpaper. So we're going to start with blue floral flooring, which the blue floral flooring is again, some hardwood flooring, but it's painted. It's got painted flowers on it. I love the floral flooring. And the blue I use in this sort of zen bathroom that we're actually in this room that I normally have it in. And it's very fun. I think it's also pretty calming in a way. It's not too crazy or out there, even though it's a patterned flooring. It's still a hardwood flooring, and I think it's practical and beautiful, and that's why it's on this list. I always keep it in this room, and I have had it since the beginning, and I really love it. Next, we have yet another hardwood flooring, and that is the light herringbone flooring. I really love both the dark and light herringbone floorings, but I realized I didn't own the dark herringbone flooring, so I must not love it that much. The light is a little bit lighter than I would expect to like or to use in my house, but it actually tends to work. I love the direction of the wood, which I think is so fun. I've never seen herringbone flooring in real life. It must be something rich people have. I have no idea. But I love to live vicariously through my Animal Crossing home, and this is one of those ways I can have herringbone flooring and, well, hardwood flooring in general, but this even more beautiful flooring. I love the planks. I think they're stunning. I like the color once I realized how the room's gonna work. It's currently in two of the rooms in my house, so I must really love it. Going back to hardwood flooring for some for some more flooring. I love the hardwood flooring apparently. I really have a strong appreciation for the OG flooring that we get in the game, the pine board flooring. The pine board flooring is warm and it's got lighter and darker shades in it. planks are beautiful. It's such a nice flooring, and I think because we get it as our default flooring, there's a sort of negative connotation to that, like, oh, it's just that flooring we start out with, whatever. But it's such a good flooring. It's so pretty and it works with so much. And I tend to go back for it a lot of times when I'm trying to craft a beautiful, warm, fun room. And I think I have to have a moment to appreciate this. Don't count out the pine board flooring, is all I'm saying. But on the other side of the spectrum, another hardwood flooring I love that's completely different is the rosewood flooring, which is very dark. It has almost these dark purpley accents to it, which are so dynamic and interesting. And I think it's really fun if you're going for this dark, sort of gloomy yet sophisticated room. I have it in my bedroom right now, which is the opposite of whatever I just described, but I still love it. It makes everything really come together in a special way. And if you're more of a sophisticate or dark academia fan, I think this is the one for you. Next, I have another hardwood flooring. I have two more hardwood floorings, and they're the last two floorings, to be honest. But I want to talk about the Turkey Day flooring, which is it wasn't a DIY, I don't think. I think it was a prize for Turkey Day. And this flooring is another sort of herringbone style. You'll have to check me on that because I'm not an interior designer and I don't know these terms. But we definitely have interesting plank patterns and a lot of different shades of browns. There's dark browns, warmer browns, lighter browns. It's kind of a busy flooring. I have this in my basement right now with a giant rug on it so you can just sort of see the edges, but I like the way that it looks. I don't know if it's the most practical of the wood floorings, but it definitely is one to take note of because it is got a lot of character. And if you're looking for that, I think this is the perfect one. If you're looking for a sort of antique old home feel, maybe this is for you. My last flooring is the yellow floral flooring. We talked earlier about the blue floral flooring, but this is my other favorite. I had the yellow floral flooring, what a tongue twister, in my kitchen for the longest time, and it made everything so warm and inviting, and I really love it. I really like yellow sometimes, and this is one of the best uses I've seen of it in the game. Again, it's even less practical than the blue floral flooring, but if you're looking for something more interesting, this is definitely what I would go to. Now we can head to the rug section of the video. I don't have many favorite rugs. I'm always looking for better rugs, to be honest. I am not a rug person in real life because I wasn't, like, my house, we have no rugs in it. My parents hate rugs, and so I just never got used to having rugs around. I have a rug in my room now, but it's just like, eh. And I guess that reflects me in the game too. But there are a lot of stunning rugs, and here are a few of my favorites. The first, probably my most favorite, is the blue Persian rug. I got this from Sahara. It is so stunning. The blues are beautiful, the whites, the patterns, it's so elegant. It's such a huge rug, which is perfect for some of my rooms, and I love to stare at it. It's just my favorite of all time. I have never had it in a different color, so I don't know if it even comes in another color. I would love to see it in other colors, but I'm still going to stick with this. Even though that's my favorite rug, I still have a few others that I like for other occasions. One being the moon rug, which is another one of these catalog special item thingy majigs that is not in my catalog. So this one was a special limited release around October, I think, and I can't remember the occasion. Some moon, I guess. And it is actually shaped like a full moon, and it has the moon details on it, so pretty. It's not that big and it's not that small, so it's perfect fit in my bedroom in my house. And I wish I had one in real life. As I said before, I love space stuff, so this is exactly up my alley. I know it wouldn't work for everyone, but I think it's really pretty, and the colors are basically almost neutral, a little yellowy, so I think it would work with a lot of different designs, and I can really appreciate that. The next one we have is a snowflake rug. I have no idea where I got this, where it came from. I don't think it was a seasonal item because I'm pretty sure I had it way before winter, but I love snow, as I said earlier. So this one is obviously a staple for me too, wherever I can incorporate it. It's light blue and white, so you can fit it in with a lot of different patterns. I think it's so fun, and it's not very big, so you can kind of just plop it wherever, and that's something I can appreciate about a rug. I do like that it is seasonal, kind of. You can use it for Christmas or winter decoration, and I think that's important to a lot of people. For me, I could just have it out whenever. I'm just glad I have it. Next, we have the Turkey Day rug. I love the Turkey Day rug so much. I love the Turkey Day stuff in general, but I love Thanksgiving, so I might be biased. The Turkey Day rug, though, isn't overtly Thanksgiving. We have a lot of leaves around it, which could show that it's for fall, but they're not even that bright. It's not like the autumn wall where it's so autumn I feel weird about putting it out other times of the year. But I have this Turkey Day rug right in my kitchen right now. It's very woodsy, which is the vibe for my kitchen, and the colors are pretty subtle. So I think it's a perfect rug for any kind of decorating in that vein. I think it looks fluffy and soft and perfect, and that's why it's one of my favorites. Probably second only to the blue Persian rug, to be honest. I don't think this is a DIY either, but I could be wrong. You can let me know. I think it was just a gift from Turkey Day, and it's one of the best seasonal gifts ever. Last but not least, I have the yellow Killam style carpet, which is honestly, it's a very strange looking rug. When I set this down here in this room, I was like, dang, this is not a cute rug. It's got a lot of character, that's what I'll say. It's not even the prettiest color of this style rug I have, but I think it's the one that has the most character. It's a yellow rug, a yellow ochre almost rug with purple and green accents, which is so weird. I mean, who came up with this rug? But it's so kitschy, and when you put it in a room, it just ties everything together somehow, even though it is so weird. It's definitely the funkiest rug I have on my list of my favorites, and I'm not even sure how it made it here, but it's just living its best life, and that's why it's here. Is it so practical? I don't know. Is it pretty? Not really. But is it amusing? Yes. And is it usable? Kind of. I it's like I'm rooting for the underdog, to be honest, with this one. And I'm glad it's on here. It doesn't really fit my aesthetic, but it lives in my house, and I can be grateful for that. It's like that weird rug your great aunt gave you, and that's fine with me. Sometimes we need a little bit of that. There are so many wallpapers, floorings, and rugs in this game that I have never seen, I've never encountered. If you have any particular favorites that weren't on this list, it's likely because I don't know that they exist. So if you would love to bring some to my attention, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll try to bring some more content to you soon.